Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. As I mentioned earlier, we are still in need of a few seats for some folks in the back. So if there is room next to you, please do your best to squeeze in so we can get some more folks in the seats. Thank you. Colleagues, families, friends, members of the Board of Trustees, honored guests, members of the class of 1973, and of course, members of the class of 2023, welcome to the 165th Commencement ceremony at Norwich Free Academy. My name is Michael Farrell. I'm the Director of Communications, and I am honored to serve as the Master of Ceremonies today. And before we continue further, I ask all of you, no matter your location on campus, to take a moment to locate the exits in your area. Campus safety and our team of ushers will assist and provide directions as needed. Restrooms are located in all areas and are marked, and our ushers and campus safety staff can assist you with that as well. Now I ask that you all rise, please, for the singing of our national anthem, and please remain standing at its conclusion. Following the national anthem will be a time-honored tradition here at Norwich Free Academy, the singing of the hymn Dundee. This is a song that was first performed in 1858 at the very first Academy commencement, and it has been sung at every one since. To perform both songs for you today are our ambassador singers under the direction of Tanya Lehman. We're waiting for one more singer. Here we are. Ladies and gentlemen, I invite all of you to be seated as we begin our program. In a time comparable to no other, to be here with you today is an extraordinary accomplishment for all involved. To the parents, relatives, family, and friends with us, thank you for the gift of allowing us to be a part of the lives of these remarkable students. It is my privilege to recognize and thank our outstanding faculty and our dedicated staff for their time and effort, which has contributed greatly to the successful completion of the class of 2023's academic studies and diploma requirements. Our team continues to rise to the occasion on behalf of our students, and I ask you to join me now in extending thanks to our faculty and staff. Our first speaker is Dr. Brian Kelly, the Superintendent and Head of School of Norwich Free Academy.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome, parents, family, friends, faculty, staff, community members, alumni, especially those of us joining us from the class of 1973, and most importantly, the graduating class of 2023. It is an honor for me to have a few minutes to speak with you on one of the most important days so far in your young lives. Today we celebrate you, the Norwich Free Class Academy of 2023. Congratulations on this special moment. While today is unquestionably a joyous day for all of you here, I feel it is extremely important to recognize and remember the members of our NFA community that are not here with us today. I ask that we observe the lives of the NFA alumni, NFA community, and the former faculty and staff members we have lost in this past school year, including a member of the class of 2023 who should have been crossing the stage today, Tyshawn Ozzie Harper. I respectfully ask you to join me in a brief moment of silence to honor all of them. Thank you. Graduation is a special time, and this is a moment you will most certainly remember for the rest of your life. All of you should celebrate your success today and revel in the fact that today represents the next step for you on your journey, a journey I hope will be filled with love, joy, laughter, and prosperity. I would also like to take a moment to thank the parents and grandparents, family members, and friends and loved ones for all you have done for your students graduating today. Their success is directly related to you as well. Congratulations and job well done. To the graduates of class of 2023, as you pass through this moment, I imagine there are numerous people that have offered you advice on how you should be, what you should do, perhaps even the paths that you should take in your future. And hey, advice is great. And we as human beings are experts at telling others what they should think, what they should say, and what they should do. For that reason, I choose not to give advice per se, but rather a reflection of sorts. I graduated from high school 33 years ago. And when I say that number out loud, it seems almost impossible that so much time has passed since I was sitting where you are today. You have no doubt heard from other adults this next phrase, but I can assure you that it's true. Life passes by quickly. Most of you are around 18 years old today, and you probably believe, I have so much life to live, I have so much time to do all the wonderful things in life that I want to accomplish. And while that's true, based on my experience, I can tell you that 18 years old is a fleeting moment, and before you know it, you're gonna be 20. And life will be different. Some of you may be in the university, some of you may be in jobs. And then comes 30. Some of you may be married, you may have several kids, you may be in a relationship, you may be establishing a career. And then all of a sudden, 40 hits. For those of you that have turned 40, that's a particularly fun moment. And then 50, let's not talk about 50. I could go on, but my dad, who I talk to often, is 88 years old. And when I ask him, Dad, how you doing? he almost always gives me the same answer. He says, "Son, I am just happy to be alive today, and I'm hoping that tomorrow there is another day." My point? Life goes by quickly. I want all of you to make the years count and follow your passion. Do the things that make you happy. Live your life absolutely to the fullest. There's an old saying, if you find your passions and you do what you love, you will never, ever work a day in your life. And this is what I want for all of you. As you walk across the stage today, you become NFA alumni. I hope all of you leave here proud of your school and with the ability to seek out what makes you happy. Please remember, the most important person to love is yourself, because self-love is not egotistical or selfish. Please believe in the goodness of others, and contrary to what you may see in the various places in the world, the grand majority of people are truly good. Most importantly, don't let others detract from your precious time that you have to live your life to the fullest. As the famous American businessman Harvey McKay said, "Time is free, but it's priceless. You can't own it, but you can use it. You can't keep it, but you can't spend it. Once you've lost it, you never get it back." Again, I wish all of you the best of luck in your future endeavors, and most of all, I wish you a life full of joy, love, passion, and happiness. Happy graduation day.
I would now like to call our student speakers to the stage. They have earned the distinct honor of speaking today by competing in the Cadden-Williams Prize Reading Contest, another long-standing tradition here at NFA. The 2023 Ivy Orator is Leopoldine Bertrand, and the class speaker is Rachel Orcutt. Leopoldine will be the first to speak.
1,365 days. That is how long ago I stepped foot at NFA, not knowing what the next 4 years of my life would look like. 10 minutes. That's how long it actually feels like I've gone to school here. I look out today with flowers for every single person sitting in a white seat dressed in red. Today, I am here for you, and today, I am proud of you. I'd like to give my utmost thanks to God, because a year ago, if someone had told me I'd have the honor of being your Ivy Orator, I would have laughed in their face. But one thing I seem to forget often is that God only works in my favor. And he continuously reminds me that if God is for me, nothing nor no one will ever be against me. So I say this with great I say this with great confidence that I am highly favored and blessed to be here today. Secondly, I'd like to thank my parents who were always fighting for me. Mom, Dad, you made your way in a country that was not made for you. And because of you, I will never have to suffer a battle that challenging. So today, remember, it is not me graduating, but it is us. I love you. I also like to thank my village and give my utmost thanks to them, which includes staff, friends, and family. I call these people my village because a fantastic woman sitting in the audience today once told me, "It takes a village, and you are now a part of mine." So I thank her for her kindness, and I hope she knows that you too are a part of my village. But when I think of the words she told me, I remember how nothing has ever been more accurate. Because although I stand here today as your Ivy Orator, I also stand here today as the daughter of two very different people who fought for my education. I stand here as the sister to siblings who paved the path in front of me, but then told me to go the opposite way. I also stand here as a friend to those who kept me sane when all I knew was insanity. And I stand here as a student to teachers and administrators who believed in me even when I did not believe in myself. So I'm not only a part of a small village, but I am a part of a village that lives within me. A village that is the reason I am here today and will attend university tomorrow. A village that is the reason that last year's depression is just that. A village that will repeatedly tell me how great I am even when I do not see it in myself. So today, I only want to spread that love that they have given me. So I want you to remember that today, I am your village. I want to tell you that I am proud of you for everything that you have done, and no matter what you have gone through or what you have been through, you made it here. So 2023 graduates, I hope you remember that because of your hard work, dedication, and unfortunately sleepless nights, you did this. You will flip that tassel with hands that will pave a path to a future that has just begun, a path that is destined for greatness and the highest achievement. So, in the wise words of Nicki Minaj, I leave you with this. These last few years have been tough for everyone. Emphasis on everyone. But you, and even you back there made it. We made it. Thank you.
Next up is our class speaker, Rachel Orcutt.
Good afternoon. Ooh, sorry. There are a few things we as a class have shared the pleasure or discontent of enduring in the course of our high school years. No, I am not referencing our time spent in quarantine nor mandated health classes, but our time spent with literary classics. Even if you didn't love all of the literature you were assigned, or any of it, books are the connective tissue that not only binds us as a class, but as a society. Books are a rite of passage. Despite our backgrounds, all of us here share a common history based on the stories we were taught. In some way, literature has been our parent, and like any good parent, we have learned lessons. Here are a few of my favorites I've picked up along my journey through high school. Upon entering NFA, I was lucky enough to have the matchless Mr. Kirker as an English teacher. Immediately, he delved into the importance of the hero's journey and the structure of a story within classics like Fahrenheit 51 and the Odyssey. He read to our class these tales of great heroism and subterfuge with a passion akin to authors themselves. Amidst reading these classics, our year was cut short by COVID, but my taste for language had only just begun to blossom. We were set to read Shakespeare's timeless love story, Romeo and Juliet, but the pandemic halted our learning. Instead of throwing in the towel on this bard's tale, I set out to avenge Mr. Kirker's honor and read the play on my own. Once I had finished, I understood its importance. It's the basis of which all love stories are written. Two lovers from warring families are thrust together by the Cupid's will and torn apart by their family's prejudice. Mr. Kirker's class left me completely prepared to examine historical works from then on out. 10th grade, a year of partially covered faces and sparsely attended online classes, brought me an angel from on high, Mr. Asoli. In this year, I faced many challenges, specifically Holden Caulfield of The Catcher in the Rye. Man, oh man, do I have a distaste for that wonky excuse for a main character. I learned many things from this book, however, the change of adolescence to adulthood, inward and outward appearances, alienation, and self-protection. Mr. Asoli gave our class free rein to discover American literature on our own and led me to another great American piece, Tender is the Night by F. Scott Fitzgerald. For the uninitiated, Tender is the Night is about murder, secret romance, car chases, France, money, power. This book is a cocktail of everything inherently Fitzgerald. In this work, I learned of the writer's toil, the messiness of life, and how sometimes messiness makes for the best kinds of art. My 11th grade year in AP English Comp was a mighty ship captained by the inimitable Miss Kendall. She tossed so many beloved works my way, Dracula, Beowulf, The Little Prince, but none stuck more than The Sword of Macbeth. By far my favorite piece by Shakespeare, Macbeth tells the story of a power-hungry king, his noblemen, and those who must end his reign of terror and save Scotland. I absolutely adore this story for what it teaches us about the dangers of hubris, as it serves as both the savior and the enemy of the protagonist. This piece gave me the excitement and dark weight I yearned for in a story. Possibly my favorite character of all literature is from this piece, Lady Macbeth. I learned from her mistakes not to take myself too seriously and to marry wisely. Finally, the capstone to my high school English journey, Mr. Joyce's AP Lit course. When I tell you I've taken a class like no other, I say it not out of exaggeration, but out of true sentiment. I expected a heavy workload, vocabulary tests, essays upon essay, and assigned reading every month. Instead, I got all of that and the occasional verbal shakedown of a classmate done by a licensed professional. Mr. Joyce taught mainly spiritual bodies of work. My favorite, The Alchemist, is a book I suggest you all read. The tale conveys one message: let go of material possessions and societal standards and live instead for individual dreams and grand purpose. I learned from this book and this class that I need to negotiate the balance between intuition and intellect to truly live life to the fullest. Yes, I am that girl in your class who actually did the assigned reading. And yes, I am going to ask our teacher when the next chapters are due. And yes, I am aware that I'm a major buzzkill. I am also the girl who's incredibly grateful for her talented teachers that she studied under while here at NFA, and for the classics she had the good fortune of reading. Never stop picking up books and turning pages. Buff up your mind, build your vocabulary, broaden your scope. And please do yourself a favor. Finish that novel you've let bake on the desk lamp sun on your nightstand. You'll thank me later. But for now, I want to thank you for your time, and thank you to all the wonderful educators I've had the pleasure of studying under, English or otherwise. It has been quite the odyssey. Good luck to you all.
Nothing to worry about. That was crushed it. Great job. Tradition calls for each graduating class to be addressed by a member of the 50th anniversary class. In this case, the class of 1973. More than 50 members are here with us watching from the library, but one member is here and he will address you shortly, Dr. Vincent Ledone. He is a board-certified urological surgeon who holds the role of Chief of Surgery at the Memorial Sloan Kettering Cancer Center, where he specializes in robotic surgery. He studied at the Georgetown University School of Medicine, and he was named as one of America's top doctors in 2023 by Castle Connolly. Ladies and gentlemen, from the class of 1973, Dr. Vincent Ledone. You want to just go with that?
Yeah.
All right, I'll just take this here. We're good.
Sounds good. Thank you, and greetings to the graduating class of 2023 and to the returning class of 1973. Congratulations to those of you that are proudly receiving your diplomas today, and to the families and friends that supported you, and the teachers and coaches that guided and educated you. And congratulations to my 668 classmates for having survived another 50 years, or at least some part of that for those that are no longer with us. Those departed, you are remembered and you are missed. 5 decades separate our classes. Some things that were popular in 1973, like Elton John's Crocodile Rock or Candle in the Wind, have actually stood the test of time. Other things like the soft drink tab or men's bell bottoms, less so. And still other things like the January 1973 Supreme Court decision of Roe versus Wade have taken 50 years to come full circle. 1973 had its share of difficulties. The Vietnam War was winding down, unrest in the Middle East was building, drug abuse was on the rise, and both inflation and recession loomed large. In 2023, some of those same things are true. Only now we have additional challenges, such as climate change, plastics pollution, and an ever-increasing disparity between the haves and the have-nots. Uncertainty as to how these things will impact our lives, yours and mine, remain very much the same for you in 2023 as it was for all of us in 1973. But despite this uncertainty, we share with you one belief that we held on to then, that we individually and collectively can do better. And there really has been great progress in the last 50 years. In April of 1973, Martin Cooper made the very first cell phone call on the streets of Manhattan on a device the size of a bread box. Today, pocket-sized cell phones revolutionize the way we live, work, communicate, entertain ourselves, and access information. And when it comes to information, in 1973, information doubled every 20 years. Now, thanks to this new technology, that doubling happens in less than a day. We will really need to link computers directly into our brains in order to be able to process that much information. And thanks to the ongoing Neuralink research in Matrix movie-like fashion, that reality will be sooner than we think. 1973 was also the year the first animal gene was cloned. Now, 50 years later, we see patients with previously incurable diseases like sickle cell anemia and cancer made whole again by gene editing and genetically targeted therapies. And we're really only at the very beginning of expanding these modern medical miracles. While these advancements bring much promise, they also present many challenges. Artificial intelligence, as it explodes with ChatGPT, DALL-E, Bard, and Bold Glamour, test our concept of self. Who or what wrote that paper, or perhaps even this speech? More importantly, who is the person that we see in that augmented video clip of ourselves? Mirror, mirror on the wall, who is the real one of them all? We are facing a tidal wave of personal and societal uncertainty ahead as these technologies infiltrate every aspect of our lives. Individually and collectively, you will have to figure out how to navigate this uncertain future. I suspect some of you sitting here already know exactly what you want to do next. For those of you, I say go for it. For the rest of you trying to decide what is next, do not worry, you will figure it out. The folks that have supported you and this great school have given you the necessary tools. I left this graduation day in 1973 intent on becoming a scholar of Russian literature, thanks to the influence of one of my favorite teachers, Dr. David Anderson. I had absolutely no thoughts of medicine nor of science. But after a very challenging and difficult freshman year in college, I realized I needed a whole new plan. 35 years later, I became director of robotic surgery at one of the largest cancer centers in the world. That is a job that no one of us could have ever considered in 1973, as it did not exist anywhere on the planet when we received our diplomas. So uncertainty is okay. It is part of living. It is present in every aspect of our lives for each one of us, whether we be 18 or 68. Embrace it. Be open to what comes next, and be flexible in your thinking, and be true to the values that are important to you. Appreciate what you have and not what you don't. Be kind to all, and not just aim for good, aim for exceptional. Yes, class of 1973, we did pretty good navigating the past 50 years, but now the world is counting on the class of 2023 to do even better. Work together and trust in your abilities. We, your predecessors, your parents, and your teachers believe in you. Thank you.
While this is the culminating event for our graduates, we have had 3 award ceremonies over the course of the last month. NFA is both grateful and fortunate for its wonderfully loyal and generously supportive alumni and vast community of friends and partners who, during those ceremonies, made it possible for us to award more than 500 scholarships, awards, and prizes to more than 300 of our students that totaled more than $750,000 from the NFA Foundation Scholarship Fund. That is an astounding number, and our students in school are grateful for the continued support, including those in this room who have contributed to that cause. I would now like to take a brief moment to recognize those seniors who will leave NFA to serve in the nation's military. Will those of you who have committed to serve our country in this noble way please stand to be recognized? And now, ladies and gentlemen, the reason why we are all here today, the presentation of the class of 2023. Staff members Carrie Howard, Jay Berard, Mickey Williston, and Lori Croto will read the names of our graduates. Our first diplomas will be presented to the senior class officers, followed by today's speakers, who will receive their diploma from Dr. Kelly and Dr. Ladone, our class of 1973 member. At that point, the names will continue in alphabetical order. Will the Bradlaugh side please rise? Mrs. Howard, let's begin.
Class President, Shane Eli Barron. Vice President, Constantino Peter Capolotis. Treasurer, Thomas Angelo Brunelli. Secretary, Sadie Rose Edmond. Ivy Orator, Leopoldine Ruth Bertrand. Class Speaker, Rachel Hannah Orcott. Vincenzo Luca Ajabo. Diana Marcella Alarcon. Emily Isabella Alvarado. Jovan Isaiah Amado Marquez. William Kirk Ambruzzo. Fletcher Amy. Rakina Madley Andre. River Lloyd Andrews. Rude Pavelt Apollon. Ariana Arias. Cadence Sicconi Arpin. Naisa Augustin. Julian Avignon Bourque. Irvin John-Noel Ayala Pascual. Colby J. Ayuyu. Asbiklian Saintura Bajo. Kayla Heaven Bailey. Taulant Balidamai. Anthony Balestrini. Aiden, sorry, we're in the wrong order, guys. Lavita Lamara Bannon. Aiden Francis Barron. Summer Elizabeth Barber. Leo Barker. Ashley Antonietta Barragan. Julia Christina Berry. Nina Elizabeth Baton. Nadia Jamal Badir. Ella Oakley Bean. Aaron Jacob Ballou. Caleb Austin Beadle. Imani Lynn Belial. Jaden Michael Belial. Twyla Rose Bennett. Skylar Andrew Bentley. Sasha Dea Burdan. Solmarie Yvette Bermudez. Sarah Elizabeth Betts. Brendan Joseph Bazanson. Nicholas Amadeo Biancarosa. Medley Fowens Bienami. Laurel Bingham. Jayana Olivia Blanding. Christian James Bletch. Hannah Elizabeth Bourne.
I'll get out of the way.
Megan Boucher. Cassandra Grace Bowie. Chase Aiden Boker. Nazik Kamani Boyce. Alexis Grace Boyer. Alana Mae Brady. Christian Remo Bray. Seth Allen Brewer. Starlea Divine Brisbane. Alexa Ray Bromley. Amari Miles Lee Brown. Danica Anise Brown. Marguerite Rose Brown. Ality Brown Cleckley. Alexis Noel Brundage. Mason Stewart Burlingame McCord. Louis Jadiel Calderon. Jalen Marie Calicut. Nicholas Anthony Camelucci. Aiden Gregory Campbell. Brian Concho. Layla Abby Concho Mesa. Garen Michael Cantwell. Aaliyah Christine Cardona. Mara Maria Carlos. Riley Stone Carpenter. Patrice Nicole Kerrigan. Nathaniel James Carrion. Michael Carter. Alexandra Gianella Castro Soria. Benjamin Matthew Ciccarelli. Eliana Cepeda Rodriguez. Aisha Marie Chalatatis. Amy Kathleen Cheatham. Jing Cheng. Zoe Rose Chin. Israel Jacobo Cho Perez. Natalia Renee Sharuzik. Abdul Muman Chaudhary. Aideen Munthasir Chaudhary. Manarat Salma Chaudhary. Declan Parker Christensen. Sunny Ciliano. Chelsea Dawn Clark. Atiana Marie Elizabeth Colello. Aaliyah Winter Colley. Joseph Mark Cook. Kenny Cortez. Joseph Liam Cody. Calvin Troy Coughlin. Ashton Robert Croto. Lucas Alexander Croto. Tegan Lucas Crow. Nora Grace Crowley. Anastasia Delia Cruz. Emily Rose Kabansky. Stephanie Marie Daly. Tyler William Danberg. Ash Ember Darrow. Blue Davis. Joseph Parker Davis. Narelle Deja Dominique Davis. Aria Nicole DeGrazio. Taina Erica Delva. Rafael Dolmorais Rodriguez. Jaden Michael Desir. Arden Amber Sylvia DeSormo. Mark Andrew Despard III. Linda Dieo. Ava Do Carmo Shankam. Louise Doran. Denali Ellis Doran. David Lee Dozier III. Brendan Nathaniel Drosch. Sophia Duart. Christopher Joseph Dubicki. DeAndre Wayne Ducael. Eliana Ari Duclos. Janelle Madeline Demoulin. Jose John Duran. Alexandria Elizabeth Dye. Jillian Grace Dykema. Nadia Tamar Eaton. Brenna Lee Enslow. Paul Robert Erickson.
Megan Grace Aronakis. Derek Enrique Espinal. Francis Jin Althea Angeles Estrella. Lysel Santa Ana Estrella. Malia Marie Exum Santos. Daniel Alberto Fajardo. Jaden Alexander Farland. Nicole Fatone. Sarah Elizabeth Fideli. Christopher Thomas Fedor. Julia May Fineglass. Logan Andrew Ferrendo. Ariel Elizabeth Fletcher. Ashlyn Grace Fontaine. Joanna Forvalis.
Try to get a little closer to the mic.
Kadiana Maya Foster. Cole Harris Frawley. Samuel Joseph Frawley. Caitlin Friday. Lauren Stephanie Friedrich. Erin Lee Fromelt. Madison Tegan Fuller. Madalena Casey Fusco. Mattis Joseph Alexander Gagnon. Geraldo Enrique Gallego. Abigail Grace Garrison. Zach Anthony Garrison. Brandon Michael Gaddis. Asaya Lee Gibbs. Matthew Emery Gill. Olivia Gilliard. Gianna Mia Gizio. Michael Anthony Gomes. Nikita Kripa Gomes. Julissa Gomes Normill. Lauren Gonzowski. Cassidy Gonzalez. Sadie L. Gonzalez. Jaden Antonio Gonzalez. Cheryl Elise Goods. Anna Jane Goslin. Natalia Ann Grant. Kyla Erica Green. Andrew Conlin Grice. Sean Grice. Emily Yacosta Grimaldi. Alexander Joseph Groom. Catherine Elizabeth Grube. Dante Salvatore Guarnacha. Juan David Guzman Jr. Austin Halise Coutier. Sophia Maria Hamill. Elizabeth Brianna Harris. Jonathan Blake Hart. Cadence Elizabeth Hastings. Samara Heben. Ethan Matthew Hines. Parker Heinzelman. Samantha Heinzelman. Olivia Glynis Henry. Lavon Darren Henson. Haley Herman. Luis Davier Hernandez. Chloe Sophia Herrick. Vianney Heinestroza. Katrina Evelyn Hitchcock. Eden Joy Lavick. Curtis Douglas Holland. Gabrielle Elizabeth Hood. Darley Chalasantos Horstloy. John Harlan Howe. Danitza Janice Uranka Ariano. Destiny Lynn Hughes. James Honeycutt. Faith Insulaco. Hope Insulaco. Ashlyn Jessica Ivan. Jaden Xavier Minzy James. Donovan Simbai Jameson Sidholi. Austin Richard Yadley. Sage Riley Jesnak. Yonghong Jiang. Jasmarie Jimenez. Annalise Carmela John. Juliana Sky Johnson. Thomas Quinn Johnson. Alicia Joinville. Savion Ramel Jones. Tatiana Monet Jones. Ronnie Jr. Joseph. Avery Shaughnessy Jahola. Kylie Dorothy Jahola. Rosmika Jules. Evan Keith. Jake Alberto Kenny. Carly Marion Killingsworth. Ruben Xavier King. Seamus Finian Kirby. Noah William Paul Klein. Don A. Kobus. April Mackenzie Kopetz. Avery Morgan Koziel. Brianna Danielle Creeder. Gabriella Victoria Kurzwicki. Kara Kwong. Mia Alicia Kupeka. Hannah Wisdom Kwan. Jeff T. Sebastien Labonte. Samantha Madeline Labonte. Logan Blaze LaFleche. Hunter James Landon. Madison Langlois. Ava Marie Lapointe. Laika Michelle Lawoche. Renee Lavalle.
We are just about halfway there. Bradlaugh side, please be seated. Shattuck side, please rise. Mr. Williston, please continue.
The little name cards. They bring the little cards, right?
Yeah. She's just getting the first batch.
Give it a minute. She's collecting some more.
Okay. All right. I'll be here all day. Okay. Should we start? Okay. Sarah Grace Lavoy. Aliana Marie Lebeau. Felicia Naseto Lee. Stephen Z. Hung Lee. Yulming Lee. Zane Ashton LePage. Alexander Antonio Lesage. Riley Nicole Levine. Alvin Lee. Jeffrey Lee. Alex Anthony Linicus. Lilianis Carielis Lisboa Mateo. Kenny Araceli Lobos Perez. Araya Loftus. Tanisha Lopez. Elizabeth Marie Lopez Torres. Alexandra Lopez Zenon. Giselle Lormy. Uh-oh. Is Francisco not here? Okay, go to the next one. Okay. Quinn Minay Ludlow. Wayne Daniel Lumine. Grace Ludy. Carter James Lyon. Molly Elizabeth McCumber. Hayden John Madden. Jared Joseph Madden. Ryan Thomas Magri. Lawan Isaiah Magnan. John Carlos Javier Malave. Ethan Joseph Manfredi. Leah Marie Mankey. Zachary Minash Hicks. Rachel Constance Martin. Giovanni Alan Martinez. Yaniles Alondra Martinez Diaz. Pakiza Masood. Jade Nicole Matea Padilla. Kira Lynn Mathewson. Melody Page Mathewson. Thank you. Christopher Michael Maynard. Catherine Starr Mayo. Emma Dawn McAvoy. Jackson Hugh McCain. Kathleen Mary McCarthy. Natalie Elizabeth McClure. Joseph James McDonald. Ryan Mark McDonald. Selena Danielle McMahon. Ethan William McMahon. Duncan Patrick McNaughton. Alexander Dimitri McQueen. Shalisha Adina McQueen. Taylor Bree Meekum. Abel Misael Mejia Leon. Evelyn Dolores Mendez Etzig. Caitlin Nicole Menge. Jonathan Omar Mercado. Arelise Nicole Merced. Zubair Maya. Sienna Monet Mitchell. Svetlana Plamenova Miteva. Christopher William Montalvo. Karina Shanta Violeta Montero. Serenity Jade Moore. Luis Junior Morales Alceas. Dejae James Morgan. Lariensky Morissette. Devon Austin Mosley. Chloe Lynn Murray. Haley Lynn Murray. Haley Murray. Malcolm Xavier Anthony Murray. Quest Xavier Negron Cerrone. Logan Matthew Nelson. Alyssa Lynn Newson. Bailey Ann Marie Nichols. Mason Nixie. Kendall Grace O'Brien. Allison Nicole Oliveras. Adriana Yaneli Ortega. Alana Yvette Ortiz. Leila May Osorio. Tomasa Magdalena Osorio Ashpop. Jada Isabel Elon Otero. Mo Anita Jean Owen. Gallo Philip Pagan. Catherine Ann Page. Nancy Leticia Palomino. Melissa Vicenta Palomino. Andrew David Palomino Soraya.
Say this one next. Say that one next.
Janelle Orange. Michael Parashin. Aryan Roshan Patel. Krish Anilbai Patel. Claudia May Patterson. Jeremiah Pablo Paul. Trinity Alexis Polk. Tyler Michael John Pazin. Araceli Mary Perez. Amanda Perez. Frances Marie Perez. Ashley Perez Chavez. Karen Fallman Perpetua. Marissa Marie Perry. Ali K. Pesti. Delaney G. Phelps. Jasmine Noy Pumandir. Stanley Pierre. Romero Asher Pierre Louis Séraphin. Emery Pimentel. Tanner Avery Piscatelli. Maiki Niska Dorothy Plainbull. Bryson Andre Plant. Pluto Pollard. JVS Anthony Powers. Brandon Kojo Poku Prempe. Alyssa Renee Prentice. Gianna Marie Prevetti. Charlize Lene Price. Amoni Yvonne Pringle. Cassidy Lynn Provost. Zachary Paul Provost. Tommy Lee Puckett. Jamie Laura Puglisi. Gael Pancharam. Amber Phyla Racklift. Magdeli Ramirez Orozco. Zachary Francis Redan Sweat. Jalen Reed. Athena Rose Rutherford. Adrian Reyes. Alejandro Reyes Velasco Jr. Donovan Xavier Richards. Aislinn Elizabeth Richmond. Anna Catherine Ricketts. Caleb Miguel Rios. Christopher Murillo Rios. Brandon Rivera Quinones. Brandon Rivera. Danny Rivera Quinones. Elisha Ari Robinson. Dayanara Araceli Rocha. Denzel Guillermo Rodriguez. Gloria Rodriguez. Jonathan Jose Rodriguez. Ketsiara Nacheliz Rodriguez Gonzalez. That's where my list ends. Do I keep going? Okay. I just did.
Ramdi Leonel Rodriguez. Chase Anthony Rogers. Isis Juliana Rojas. Cameron James Romains. Paula Roxana Romero. Lorenska Romulus. Brianna Lynn Romine. Brett James Rondo. Danny Rosa Ortiz. Yeah. Aaliyah Nadine Rosado. Joshua Rosado Jr. Riley Rutherford. Hannah Jane Sabukowitz. Ewan Michael Sadler. Wadler St. Justin. Nagasi Santil. Kiana Marie Sanchez. Braylon Sanchez Martinez. Alberto Sanchez Reyes. Gianna Lynn Sanders. Jaylene Wanda Santana. Edwin Yariel Santana Hernandez. Michelle Shania Santiago. Nicholas Christopher Miguel Santiago. Emerson Lee Savage. Juliet Elaine Savignac. Nicole Maria Schultz. Haley Sierra Scott. Haley Ann Seidel. Aether Iro Sales. Taylor Patricia Samorak. Noah Zachary Sennett. Santos Nicodemus Serrano. Marissa Scott Charbonneau. Lena Shea Walwork. Valentina Similian. Cameron Charles Sinville. Emily Ann Cisco. David Emmanuel Smith. Devon Evan Smith. Janoy Baina Lachem Zion Smith. Liang Maria Smith. Elijah Edward Smith Bell. Michael Lee Smith Jr. Gabriela Soto. Akeem Mario Souvenance. Cass Spalding. Jeremiah Michael Speedwell. Olivia Elise Spruill. Darnell Marcus St. Lot. Sage Ryan St. Francis. Alexis Helena Stamper. Cody Matthew Starr. Angelique Michaela Stewart. Sabrina Ann Strickland. Joseph Elias Suddy. Mayank Jayesh Kumar Surti. Colby Michael Tackling. Zariah Marion Talmadge. Jerison Delomba Taveras. Giovanni Rafael Tavares. Brady Joseph Taylor. Chloe Elizabeth Temple. Justin William Terry. Carissa Monica Testu. Evan Curtis Tatro. Elise Samara Lee Thomas. Liam Joseph Thurman. Yudi Sauj Taunton. Gisaida Lynn Torres. Matthew Domingo Torres Espinal. Brendan Stoddard Tracy. Nora Brooke Tracy. Jake C. Trahan. Albert Joseph Trombley. Jaden Bonnie Trudell. Diogene Ashala Marie Tunstall. Christopher Turner. Diego Eliseo Tsampop Lobos. Bridget Morgan Vizina. Leandra Aurora Brooke Vining. Kyla Nicole Viveros. Angelica Nantitan Wade. Ren Walker. Madison Shea Walker Medina. Elisa Haley Wazalewski. Emma Rose Wazalewski. Cameron Joseph Watson. Samia Jemiah Watson. Gage Samuel Weber. William Oliver Lloyd Weinkopf. Stephanie Michelle Wells. Chanel Kaya Whitfield. Anjanelle Lisette Williams. Edward Reynolds Williams. Ethan Harrison Williams. Riley Brooke Williams. Tyler Joseph Williams. Jaden Riley Williamson. Terrence H. Wong. Jaden Lamar Wood. Joanna Wu. Kelly Wu. Justin Xu. Shakeen Young. Magdalena Marisol Yok Velasquez. Morgan Avery Yon. Olivia Marianne Yu. Brandon Allen Zamaran. Yutong Zhang. Jia Yi Zhou.
Ladies and gentlemen, would the Shattuck side please be seated? And now Dr. Kelly will come back to the microphone for the most important part of our program.
I'm extremely proud to certify that the members of NFA's class of 2023 seated before us today have successfully completed all general and specific requirements for a high school diploma prescribed by the laws of the state of Connecticut and the policies of the Board of Trustees of Norwich Free Academy.
That was a big deal. Class of 2023, I invite you to stand, and I invite your president, Shane Barron, to the podium. Do what you want to say about that, and then right there.
All right, can you hear me? Are we good? Okay. One thing before I do this, do not throw your caps until after the alma mater. Then we'll do it, all right? We good? All right. Without further ado, fellow graduates, our time has come. Let's make it official and turn our tassels. Congratulations, Wildcats.
Congratulations to the newest alumni class of Norwich Free Academy. We are proud of you. We wish each of you continued success and happiness. And now I would ask everybody to please rise as our ambassadors come forward and sing the aforementioned alma mater. I ask that you please remain standing at the conclusion of the alma mater for some additional information. ladies and gentlemen. Ladies and gentlemen, as the music begins, as our recessional music begins, our graduates will recess from either side of the gymnasium. Families, we ask that you please remain in your seats until the graduates have left the gym. At that point, you are free to use any of the 4 exits and meet your graduates outside. Let's cue the recessional.